challenge is this. As we build this big, complicated machine, I don't think we've got a good grasp on the infrastructure and security risk that comes with it. And that's why we're seeing so many recent challenges. I gotta say just one word, Equifax. Think about what is happening here. You know what's so absolutely fascinating about Equifax? The breach was caused by the fact that they didn't upgrade a particular version of an Adobe software program used on one of their servers. But you know what else happened? Part of the breach occurred because I think it was in Argentina, an employee portal, the default login was admin and admin. They never changed it. Think about our world in which one particular a router crashes in a British Airways data center, and the redundant router doesn't kick in, and British Airways' entire global flight system is grounded for 3 days at the cost of several $100 million because of the failure of a single router and the fact that the redundancy didn't work. We are building this big, massive, complex machine, and we're not paying enough attention to the infrastructure and security risk that comes with it. We are witnessing the emergence of so many new challenges occurring on a regular basis. Are there any South Park fans in the room? Yeah, what South Park just did is so cool. It is, I think, like the coolest thing that has happened. Now, what they did was on their season premiere show, one of the lead characters in South Park was calling out instructions to Amazon Echo devices. Alexa, buy me a dozen diapers and check out of my Amazon.com store. And what that would do is it would add a dozen diapers to somebody's Amazon cart and then check out. Amazon, set me an alarm for 3 a.m. And what it would do is it would set an alarm in somebody's phone for 3 a.m. because nobody thought we would be in a world in which a television show would be able to issue commands to the intelligent devices in somebody's home. Absolutely staggering what is occurring here. The stuff that we thought was science fiction is all of a sudden becoming a part of our world today. We live in the era of acceleration. We are going to witness more change in the next 10 years than we have even seen in the last 100. And the driver for that change is the acceleration of a whole series of trends. Think about the phrases that we are talking about these days. 3D printing, augmented reality, virtual reality, the Internet of Things, self-driving cars, drone technology, smart dust, vertical farms. All of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of technologies coming together all at once. Maybe one morning I'll get up, I'll get on my weigh scale. It's going to send an email to my fridge, don't let Jim in today. He's not living up to the terms of his diet. He's going to contact my insurance company and cut off my coverage. Maybe the very first thing that we need to think about when it comes to the future is to appreciate it's probably going to happen faster than we think, because we live in the era of acceleration. We now live in a period of time in which companies that do not yet exist will build products not yet conceived, utilizing materials not yet in existence, with manufacturing methodologies that we have barely even dreamt about. Are you ready for the world of disruption? The challenge is this: when does all of this happen? The biggest challenge with the future today is the issue of timing. And for guidance on that, we can look to a technology firm known as Gartner. Gartner came out years ago and said, look, for any new technology which comes to our world, it goes through what we call the hype cycle. The technology appears, we have the technology trigger, everybody gets really excited about the technology, and then they realize the technology is really not going to work right away. We hit the trough of disillusionment. But eventually, we hit the plateau of productivity. Take the concept of e-commerce and online shopping, and it went through this curve absolutely perfectly. The World Wide Web appeared in 1994, 1995. We had the technology trigger. People looked at the World Wide Web and said, we can sell things through the internet. In 1999, we had the appearance of global .com companies who were trying to sell things through the internet. They didn't have any sales, and they were valued at billions of dollars. We inevitably had the .com collapse and the trough of disillusionment, and everybody concluded there was no future to e-commerce. There was no future to online shopping. Retailers are now shutting down because we're ordering so much stuff online. Any technology Any one of these trends, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, the Internet of Things, will fit on the curve. And part of what we do in trying to judge the timing of the future is where is it on the curve? Do you expect the world of manufacturing to look anything in 10 years like it does today? It will not. And it will be your ability to take all of these trends and more and turn them into opportunity that will define your success. And the challenge is this: the future happens slowly and then all at once. Timing. It's the most difficult thing when it comes to the future.